Monday morning, it's hammering it down. We've got the workshop all cleared out, got a few more processes going on, so let's get into the week, see how we get on. We've got 6 bays which we work in. We bring 5 cars in, and we've got a sort of middle bay which we can do anything quick and easy and stuff on, you know, quick dash repair or something. We was running 4 cars a day, been doing that for quite a while Christian was here. Since Barney's back, I think we've just dropped it down to 3 cars a day. One, because Barney's training, it's not obviously going to be as quick, but I think it's a way to do it anyway. So we've got 3 empty bays now. That's one's booked in for today. Got another 2 coming in. They're going to be there today, ready for us to work on. As soon as we finish them ones, we're onto these cars behind. So they're the main ones we want to get done, and then these ones can swap about. So anything what's left outside can literally come into these bays. We know exactly what we're doing. So that can all be set up first thing in the morning, last thing at night, you know, whatever we need to do. So, yeah, I think that's going to smooth everything out. Again, trying to do 4 cars a day. If you've got something left over, you need to jump onto. I've got a car out there, owes me 800 quid, and there's only one little fault on it, which is occurred afterwards, which bloke wants to look at. I haven't been able to get on it. It's been sat out there for 2 weeks, I think, now. So yeah, I think having 4 cars a day, even when me and Christian were doing it, we could only just about get through them jobs. You get the odd day where one car would only take an hour or 2, and you'd have a spare couple of hours. But I think this way we should be able to get, you know, 4 hours out of each car. And then, considering we've got 16 hours between the 2 of us, we should have a couple of hours each on one of the other cars, or, you know, even if it's just getting paperwork done or ordering some parts or whatever. So it should smooth some things out. So that's another little thing we'll put in place. So we're going to get some cars in. We've got this one in with, it's got multiple faults. That's been an accident repair. It's been salvaged by. It's got loads and loads of little faults on that. So I'll run through that. Got Punto, what's been 2 places with a fog light fault and they can't fix it. So I assume that's going to be reasonably involved. We've got some BMW just waiting to turn up. So, right, let's get into the day and I'll show you what we're doing. Put your glasses on. He's got glasses, look. He's a bit posh. Thinks he's me, doesn't he?
It's not funny.
Right, we have got 2020, yeah, 70 plate connecting. This is come from accident repair place. I think it might be a garage, but they've repaired it themselves, done a load of work on it, but it has got multiple faults. I don't know if it's been, not sure if it's been to another auto electrician, but when I said that there's one close to them, they said, well, we won't go into that. So not really sure what's going on there. It's got quite a few different faults. Got no heater blower, no electric windows, no electric mirrors, central locking, radio doesn't go to sleep, and the tailgate won't open. Tailgate could be something, I don't actually know where the damage was. Tailgate could be something to do with the accident. All the other bits though, they're all controlled by LIN bus, etc. So the doors, all the control modules inside the door, there'll be LIN bus, heater blower, that's all digital climate control, central locking, that's all done for the body control, and the radio doesn't go to sleep. Again, that's turned on, turned off by communications. So if it was a normal heater blower, we'd probably go for that one first to see if we've lost the power down to that, see if we've just, you know, as a blown fuse which you haven't picked up on or something. But yeah, I can't make my mind up where I'm going to go on it. So first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to scan the whole vehicle, see if we can talk to door control modules, climate control module, all that sort of stuff. If we can't, we'll get some diagrams up and we'll just try and work through one basic system, which I think probably the doors, I would think. Yeah, so that'll just be door card off, go straight to the door control module, make sure we've got lives, earths, LIN bus, etc. And then, yeah, go from there. So let's get it scanned. I'll show you what we find. Giving it a scan, the main thing it's coming up with in the body control module is that it can't talk to both doors. We haven't really gone too much further, but that points in the direction that if there's an issue with one of the doors, is that down to the LIN bus? Is it a short circuit or something? Has it had a door change and it's got the wrong wiring in it, shorting something out? We don't know. But we've got a diagram up. I'm just going to show you that. Right, so we've got, that's actually a passenger door. For some reason I can't get to the driver's door, but it's going to be very similar. Going to have a live, an earth, high and low can, limb bus, and then your switch. See, that talks to the front and rear doors. Door module. Ugh! So door module stripped off. Tested it through. So the way these work, CAN communication comes from the car into these modules. Then limb bus goes from this module to that module on the rear door. Does the same the other side. CAN into the front and then limb to the back. So it's just another protocol for communication. Not really sure what I've changed to it. One's single wire, one's 2 wire. So CAN is 2 wires twisted. Limb bus, yeah, I don't know why I've changed to it. I don't design cars. So we have got full battery voltage. Got our earth. So pin 1 and 2. Now pin 5, so it's 3, 4, 5. That's kind of 1.1-ish volts. But go on to frequency. Again, this pucker little tool. You can see we've got some sort of communication there. But the next 2 pins, that's 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So that should have a reading on the frequency, but even on the voltage, absolutely dead. So we've got a CAN issue somewhere. So we're going to go back to the diagrams. There's a good place to start. We know we've got live, we know we've got earth, we know we've got our LIN. So now we know we're going down a communication line. Let's get back onto the diagram, get a CAN line set up, see where that goes to, and hopefully, again, that will point us in the direction of where the other faults are. So just looking this up, these have a CAN gateway module. It is actually the data link connector. So we're going to go back to there. It's meant to have 2 lives into it. The data link connector, and then all your CAN communications out. So we're going to find out which one's dropped away. And so yeah, I think we'll get the scope out on this one, get the oscilloscope set up, see what's going on with that, and then yeah, make a decision from there.
Right, we've got a Fiat Punto in. It's coming for a fog light fault. It's been to 2 other garages previous, and it's now come to us. So this is the wiring diagram we've got for it. These are your fog lights. It's your body control module. That's the switch and instrument cluster. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to scan it, get it up on the live data, and I'll show you guys that. I'll get the switch on the live data, check if the switch is working, and I'll show you guys that. And then if that's all good, we're going to start pretty central. I'll run through the body control module, and we'll go from there. See you in a bit. Right, so this is the Fiat Bravo. It's coming for the rear fog light fault. So I've got it up on the live data. This is for the switch. So at the moment you can see it's not active because it's not being pressed in. But as soon as I press it in, it's activated. So we know that now it's not the switch at fault. And now we know that the switch to the body control is good because they're talking to each other. As you can see, it's also coming up on the dash. So we know that from the body control module to the switch and to the instrument cluster is good. I'm going to go find the body control module and strip it all out, because that means we've either got a power issue from the battery to the body control, or the power out of the body control, or the unit itself. So I'm going to go strip all that out, and I'll see you once I've done it.
We've connected the scope up to the CAN lines, what we know goes to the door control module. They are dead. They go down to the data link connector that has lots of CAN lines in and out. Done a quick check on the breakout box. That was showing no CAN signals coming out, so I thought I'll strip it down and see what we've got. Now I'm a bit concerned. Just pulled the data link connector down. Pulled it out of the way. Notice we had some cut wires. Taking this panel out, these are in there. So these wires have been cut from that. And why has that happened? I don't know. So what has caused that? Or when was that done? So I need to speak to, I'm going to connect them up anyway, because I know there's not going to be any issues with it. Now what's happened? Has it had something aftermarket fitted in it? A ghost, a tracker, something? and when it was written off, they've removed that. I don't know. Or as somebody else had a look at it and started cutting stuff and trying to bypass stuff. So I'm going to connect them back together, see what it brings back online, and then go from there. But normally I'd like this information, but there's no point in me going back to the customer and them saying no or whatever. I suppose, yeah, I can't really do that anyway, because they wouldn't know what the other Sparky's done if the other Sparky did have a look at this. So let's connect these back up, see what's going on, and I'll let you know.
So I've stripped out the body control module, and on the wiring diagram I've identified that this is the plug for the rear fog lights, and it's pin 43, which is this top one at the back. So I'm going to set the probe up. The lights are on, and see if we've got power going down to the end of the car. So here we go, to which we don't. So there's no power going down to the end of the car. Now I'm going to test the continuity of the wire. So I'm going to unplug it and hook this the power probe up to it, and I'm going to go down to the end of the car. I'm going to remove the bulb, and it should go off. As you can see on the power probe, I've got it all set up. I'm going to go unplug the bulb, and that's going to show us the continuity of the circuit going all the way around. Once it's unplugged, the green on the power probe should go off. I'm unplugging it. There you go. I've unplugged the bulb, and it's shown that the circuit's now broken. So we know that we're on the right wire, and the wiring diagram is correct. So now we know we've got continuity. I'm going to plug the bulb back in, power it up, and that's going to show us the integrity of the wires. And if the bulb comes on, we're all good. Job's a carrot. In, out, in, out. Yeah, okay. So now I'm going to live the circuit up and see what we got at the back. Are you ready? Off, on, off, on. So now we know that the switches are all good. Circuit at the back's all good for the light. The power in's all good. We're going to strip the body control module down itself and have a look inside.
Well, there we go. I've just connected them wires back up. As you can see on the scope, it's brought the can lines back on straight away. So yeah, high and low can are absolutely fine. And we had, how many faults did we have? Doing that, as actually the customer complaints were heater blower, no electric windows, electric mirrors, central locking, battery doesn't go to sleep, and the tailgate won't open. All of them are working. The only thing I haven't tested is the windows, but the central locking is working. I'm sure it's all going to be okay. But so this is the difference between the horn fault last week. One circuit, absolute nightmare to find a fault. Took ages. This one, loads of faults, loads of things it could have been. We've narrowed it down slowly, found this fault, one little repair, just got to solder them wires back together. Don't know why it's happened, but are we ever going to know? And that's it done. So fairly easy. You know, loads of faults, 4-hour work. The other one, basic horn fault, it's ridiculous. So we never know what we're going to come across. So that's why people say, can you give us a rough price? How are we ever going to know? You know, is it going to be something like this? What, one fault fixes 10 different faults? Or is it going to be, you know, you've got one basic fault and, yeah, loads and loads of hours trying to find it. So, well, I'm sure the customer's going to be over the moon. Let's get this soldered up, get it all back together. That is another one done.
I've got the body control module out. I've taken the casing off, and I've located the pin for the fog lights. And I'm going to show you now. As you can see, it's there, and it's got corrosion on it. That one and the one next to it. So we're going to clean this up, run some new solder down it, put it all back in the car, and see how it goes. Right, this is the Fiat all put back together, and I'm going to show you why I'm a genius. Ta-da! So yeah, it was just a fault in the body control module that has been soldered up and all put back together all nice. Plugged it all back in, and she's a winner. On to the next job. Job's a carrot.
Right, managed to get the 3 jobs done we wanted to today. It's like 2:30 now. So that one is done. That's about a 5-hour job. This Punto, same. Yeah, very similar. I think it's 4.5 hours. And we spent a couple of hours on this one. BMW, when it's warm, it doesn't start. So we found out it's the ignition switch was failing on this one. It's dropping down to about 2 volts. So that one can go out. These can be invoiced and gone today. So yeah, so we can get these ones out, work on these 2 what are behind us, and then yeah, we've had a couple of parts turn up as well. So yeah, should get another couple of hours booked on them, and we're near enough up to our 16 hours. So yeah, not a bad day. Right, so we're back on this Audi. This is the one where the throttle keeps coming up with 2 different codes, and every time I go to it to test it one way, it's doing the other thing. So I've just come to test it to see what the faults are, and it's working perfectly. So I can give it full throttle. No warning lights come up, because that's what I was doing before. So start it up. Absolutely fine. So we tried scoping it and trying to get it to change and see what the difference is on there. But every time we go back to it, we've got to set the scope up, muck about. So what we're going to do on the camera, we're going to show what we got is good. Shut up. So we've got, is it 14.5%? Let's do it so we can see all 4: throttle D, throttle E, voltage 1, voltage 2. So at 14%, we've got 7.13, and 14.5% again, 3.1 millivolts, that is. So we're going to go to 50%. In fact, let's go to 40% on the bottom one, 1011 millivolts and 19.5 millivolts. Let's go a bit further. So at full throttle, 100%. Accelerator E is 69.4. That was at 66. So 1744. 3313. Right, so that is what we've got at the moment. So it's 0, 37, and 371 millivolts and 703 millivolts. 40% ish. 1011 and 1915. So we're going to park this up outside again, going to let it get cold, let it get wet, see which one of them changes. Now we've got it on video, we can see. So that's another one out of the workshop, because we can't do anything else to it until it starts playing up. So the good thing is, once this is outside, I haven't even got to get it in to test it. Just need to keep trying it and trying it and trying it. As soon as it happens, plug it in, revert back to this video, and job's a carrot. So right, let's get this one out. Right, so I've just spent an hour on that Q7, what you see. Swap that with a BMW. This is one with a headlight fault. So we're hopefully going to get that one buttoned up tomorrow. I'm going to spend the last hour on this Audi, see how we get on with that. That's the one with a handbrake fault with a low voltage. Apply for the wiring diagrams from all data on that one, and that's worked. So, and Barney's just got this Dacia in with a wiper fault. It doesn't actually park. It looks like it's had an aftermarket motor put on it, and so it doesn't park correctly, which means the intermittent side of it isn't working either. So yeah, the intermittent needs to park to know when it's swept up, swept down, stopped, and then obviously when you turn your wipers on and off, it should park. So he's going to run through that. I will let you know how we get on. So yesterday went a bit better, didn't it?
Yeah, a lot better.
Yeah.
Like big, massive clear out. 3 jobs in the morning were done. We had time to work on it. Well, a couple of others. So
yeah, so we had, what did we do? So I done Transit Connect, you done the Punto, fog light fault, BMW, and the ignition switch, done it?
Yeah.
So I've ordered that ignition switch, so that's outside waiting. You're going to be getting on with the Audi, stripping out that centre console to get to the handbrake switcher.
Is it the little
pull-ups? Yeah,
okay.
There's a couple of videos out there. It looks like the whole centre console's got to be stripped down. So we're going to strip that out, test the wiring through to the switch on that. I'm going to look at this for the bonnet fault. It thinks that the bonnet's open, so the wipers won't work. Customer said he was going to take it back as it was, because we've done all the running faults. But the wipers don't work if it thinks the bonnet's open, so that's no good.
You said he's had it before, hasn't he? But it goes off after a while.
Yeah, done it once to him, but we might as well find it while it's here.
Yeah. I'll put that BMW back together.
Got an Audi airbag fault. I'm just waiting for transit camper non-start. So I don't know if that's a big one or a little one.
Hopefully
if it's a normal size one, it can come straight in. If it's not, we've got 2 dashboard faults, so you can strip them and get them done, can't
you? Yeah, okay.
Right, so you can strip that. I'll get on with that. We've got the Audi, and that's a right.
I'll plug a scanner into that before I start that then.
That one we had in last year with a driver's seat fault, but I think it's going to be a complete seat strip down.
Has he changed the seat before, is it then, last year?
No, we scanned it last year, code cleared, and it was all right. We road tested everything. Thought the driver's seat might have been disconnected. Drove down the road, and if you bounce about on the seat, it would pop on.
Oh, okay.
So it's got some sort of wiring fault inside the seat. So, yeah, we'll have to have a look at that. Yeah, we'll have a look. Right, let's get some cars in. Get it done. So, I'm over the moon. We've just fitted these headlights. Barney's built this headlight up out of all the other bits, changed all the bulbs and modules, little control units, ballast, etc. And I'll show you what it's doing. Turn them on. Okay, dip beam. Main beam. So, this main beam is flashing off. Just flash it. So this one's flashing. It's got a little motor in there. This one isn't. We've gone over it. We've programmed it 2 or 3 times. Double checked everything. Checked all the wiring to it. Everything's working fine. So yeah. So now we're not sure. So now I've got to take the headlight back out. Put it back on the bench. Maybe it didn't come with a motor in it. Or I've looked at the other one. I can't even see it in there. So we're going to strip this one out. Find out what's going on. And I'll show you when I found it. But I ain't happy. So we've got the headlight back out. We've just checked it through, and in here, let me show you down there. So there's the flat motor over here. It's the wiring coming down. Goes down to probably seen the fault already. Goes down to this plug here, which is mounted to all this. And this plug hasn't been fitted in it, so this plug has got to go right back there and be plugged in backwards into there. Right, so managed to persevere with this this headlight fault. Managed to get the plug. We got it on our not right angled, our hooky pick with a hook on it. That's why it's called a hooky pick. Let's have a look. So I managed to attach it to this. So I managed to get it in, round, and back. Every time we tried to do it, it was going at the wrong angle or fall off. So yeah, so the customer trying to supply a cheap headlight, he's shot himself in the foot. So, you know, really, what should we have done? Give it back to him, send it away, try and get another one? You know, we ain't got time. He wants it back. He moaned last week that we couldn't get it back quick enough. So, you know, we've had to spend the extra time on it. So, show us it working, Barn. There we go. Job's a carrot. Let's show you how we got on today then. So, we had the Audi in with the airbag fault. That one cleared and won't come back. It looks like it's going to need a new spiral behind the steering wheel. So the customer wants it back today. So we're going to send that one out, see how long it takes to come back on. If we can replicate it, all well and good. But I've given it a road test and it won't come back on. So the ignition switch is turned up for this BMW. So we've got that one in to fit that. So I've also had this BMW where we put the headlight in it and add the fault on the main beam. Barn is just putting that one back together. Problem is, he never took it apart. So Christian took this one apart and it has got all these top panels. Headlights need to be bolted in. Front panels need to be bolted in. Got a couple of scoops that go in there. Oh, still one down there.
Yeah.
Are they going from behind today?
Yeah, it's not gone in yet.
Obviously, all the inner arches have got to go back in, wheels off, etc. So, how you getting on with that?
Well, I would say it's going really well, but it's working out where everything goes. Like the scoops that came off it, there's no indication of where they actually come from, and you Google it, it literally don't show you where it comes from.
Well, you Google trained.
Well,
Google trained technician.
I know, I can't believe it, but because they're such a generic looking just vent, it doesn't even say you online. So you literally got to pretty much guess until it fits the right spot, which it turns out it was a brake cooling duct. after all of that.
Cool. Right, so that one should be done by the end of play. So I've also had this SLK. This is the one we done. The what do you do on it? Had a flooded interior. The cam block was all knackered and stuff. So that one's all done. But it does come up. The bonnet's open. Spoke to the customer, and yeah, it's happened before, and it's had new latches on there. So managed to get it back in. We've traced it from the front to the back. The wiring actually looks okay, but it could have just been a bad connection on the rear SAM. But it only comes up when you drive it. In live data for the wipers, it says whether they're open and closed, but I don't trust the data in it. It doesn't matter what you do on that data, it don't really move. So yeah, I'm not really going down that route. So I'm going to get that latch back over, give it a road test, see how that one goes. I've had this Transit in. She's a peach. This one, so the big old lumps broken down, got dumped off outside the doors, and managed to get it in. I think this is going to be quite an interesting one, so we're going to do a case study on this one. You'll see this one at the weekend. This BMW, that's one with the ignition switch from yesterday. Switch is turned up, so I managed to get it in before the Transit, so we know exactly what we can do on that. Barney stripped out the Audi earlier to get to the switch for the switch for the handbrake. But it is all this lot out, heater controls out, all the rear armrests out, everything to get it up. So we'll have a look at that one tomorrow, and then we'll see how we go. Had a couple picked up today. 2 Focus dash clusters, they're all done, in, done and gone. Yeah, all seems a good day. And Barney is over the moon with fitting stuff he didn't take apart. Right, so we're going to get the kettle on. I've got a little BMW to have a quick look at for the girl next door, and then we'll jump onto this camper. He'll finish that, and I'll let you know how we're gone. Brilliant. Right, she done then, son?
She is.
So he's managed to get all the front end back on it. All the lights are working. Yeah, so this one can go out tomorrow then, can it?
Yeah.
Right, what else you done?
All the panel gaps are nice.
I should hope so. I need to do 2 headlights. So we got... You've had a look at the Audi?
Yeah, the RS6. Got the parking brake out. Plugged the new one in, and at least it lights up, and on the dash it says that the parking brake is applied.
What's that, just the switch, is it?
Just the switch, yeah.
Right, so that's what we was going to test. So we was going to test from the module up to the switch. We stripped all that out earlier. Customer phone, so you do know I've got a new switch on the passenger seat, didn't you? So yeah, while we was in there, plugged it in, fixed something in it.
Yeah, it's something.
So yeah, so hopefully that one will be able to bolt the motors back on and get that calibrated up, and hopefully that one will work. This one's done. There's another one done. What else have we done today?
You had a look at the SLK?
Oh yes, done the SLK, a couple of dashboards. So yeah, it's not going too bad. Again, because we're slowing it all down, I think it is smoothing out. So yeah, let's get home for the night. Let's call it a day. We're back tomorrow. We'll look at that. You'll see these ones in Friday's videos. And yeah, if you like the channel, obviously we're trying to build it up. If you like what Barney does, which I don't know why,
it's not very nice.
You know, drop a little comment down below. Keep him keen, and yeah, we will see you a Friday.
Ta-da!
Ta-da!